You don't need an Apple Pencil, and I'll tell you why. So, a lot of people tend to think when it comes to buying accessories for their iPads, like my M1 iPad Pro that I have here, that you need Apple's official accessories, like the keyboard and the Apple Pencil. But this is actually a knockoff Apple Pencil. I got it for like $13. It copies the $79 Apple Pencil USB-C model in every single way. My iPad detects this as an Apple Pencil, but it's not actually an Apple Pencil. It literally came in a box that said stylus pen, and it doesn't have any Apple branding on it, so you can't fool somebody. Plus, what Apple Pencil has a blue light on it? Or this like USB-C rubber cover thing to keep the USB-C port closed? No Apple Pencil has that. The real USB-C Apple Pencil literally just has the USB-C cover be like this thing that like opens up and expands the Apple Pencil. It does not look like this. So you don't need Apple's accessories to get the best experience with your iPad. You just need accessories that copy what Apple's own accessories do. This pencil copies everything that the USB-C Apple Pencil does, but for even less. So I've heard of people say they've had success with Logitech. I think for Apple Pencil, you can actually copy the technology pretty well for at least the USB-C model. Now with keyboards, that's a whole nother story. I do recommend you go with reputable third-party sources. I don't recommend that you do what I did and just buy it off of like this cheap brand called GoTo. The trackpad's not as good, but I still get a good experience with the iPad regardless, so I wouldn't turn down that offer. I would just say if you have the money to splurge, but you don't want to buy Apple's own accessories because you want to save money, buy from a third-party reputable source like Logitech. Those guys actually know how to make good keyboards that mimic Apple's own keyboards and trackpads. And if you can, I would recommend you also try to invest in either a USB-C mouse or a Bluetooth mouse if you don't like trackpads. But anyways, that's all I had to say about Apple accessories and why you shouldn't buy them. Honestly, it's a big waste of time and money to go and get Apple accessories. I almost bought a refurbished Apple Pencil too from Best Buy until I realized, wait, this thing is being sold for $13 at a thrift store. It says that it's compatible with my iPad, and I feel like it's literally just going to do the same exact thing as the actual Apple Pencil. Why not just get this instead? So I bought this. My iPad, whenever I turn this thing on, as you can see, it's turned on right now. The light's blue. My iPad just immediately detects this as an Apple Pencil. So for those of you that are saying, I prefer Apple's own brands, thank you very much. It's much more reliable. Please be quiet because really all you're paying for is the Apple branding. You're not paying for the special technology that Apple branded products offer. Because literally, Logitech and many other companies have probably already replicated the technology for the Apple keyboard that is like for iPads. And they've definitely replicated the technology for the Apple Pencil. Why else would this Apple Pencil knockoff even exist? But anyways, I've been using this. It's been working great. I can put my hand flat on the screen and literally write. So I do recommend the experience. If you have the money and you want to obviously have all the cool fancy Apple branding on everything you own, fine. Go waste your money, get Apple's official first party accessories like the Folio keyboard and either the Apple Pencil Pro if you have a newer iPad or the Apple Pencil 2. But if you don't care, you just want the basics, and you don't even mind the fact that it may not be as good of an experience as Apple's own experience, then get yourself third party accessories. They'll save you cash, and they'll probably do the same exact thing as Apple's own accessories. My keyboard, I cannot say good things about it because the trackpad's not as good, but the Apple Pencil knockoff that I got literally does the same thing. My iPad thinks this is an Apple Pencil. Even in settings, it thinks it's an Apple Pencil. So yeah, I recommend you get this and save yourself cash. But anyways, that's all I had to say about Apple accessories for iPads. Next video should be about why I personally think iPads don't deserve macOS. So yeah, macOS should not be on iPads. Stop asking for it. Apple's probably coming up with something better behind the scenes. That's what my video is gonna be about. I hope y'all are having a wonderful day, and I gotta go because I'm starting to run out of breath from talking nonstop. Plus, I just want to post this now. Bye.